Hello friends, welcome to my channel, and today we will be talking about our list data type. So let's get started. So I have made a new file called tuple.py, and I have made a tuple. So this is a tuple, um, and now what is the difference between list and tuple? So the list are written using square brackets, but our tuple is made using like curly brackets. Oh, sorry, normal brackets, we can say. So now here you can see that I made a small tuple of four numbers. So now I can make of any, I can write here word, or I can write here a decimal. So it's like an list only. It's a type of list, and we can also write any type of like we can mix all the things like a word also, a number also, and a float also, and boolean also you can mix. So let's what do, let's just go through the functions of the tuple. So to do, I'll write here a dot. You can see there are very little for like there are very less functions, right? We can say that there are only two functions. So because tuple is not used that much, that is why it has less function. So let's just see count here, and let's put a value here. I think I put wrong. Let's see, it should print, I think so. Let's print this, and it is like this. So you can see that I got one. So what is happening here? So let me just write here one and show you again. Just run this. See, now also it's one. Let's just show you five, and you can see zero. So what is doing it is counting if one number is how many times. So if I write here four and write here four, you can see it gives me two because I have two fours. And now this was easy. And let's write here index, and let's and this, you can see that it gives me 3 because 0 1 2 3, it gives the index of the given thing. So if I write here a string also, and if I give you a string, it will find the index and give you the index. And you can see here also 1 2 3 4. So this was easy. Okay, so it was easy. So now let me just teach you how to find the length and the other length of anything. So if I write here length, and if I write here print, so this will print anything. So if I write here list, and if I write here 1 2 3 4 5 6, and let me just give it like this. I can give it like this, and if I try to run this, you can see that I'm getting an error here. 3 3 4 and this. So if I run this, it gives me 6. So this is because now I've made it list. Okay, if I print it, then also it makes a list. What is happening here? Like we are making the tuple as a list and then printing the length of it. So this length function help us to um, like it helps us to find the length if there are how many things, or how many um, words or letters are there, and it can be same used for our string. So let's write here a string which is written as hello. So let's write hello, and so let me just do this like this, and I'll run this. So let me just write like here. You can see I got 4. So this is what it also gives the length of a word also. And if I give here integers, what will happen? Let's see. You can see it gives me error here only, that expected um, a size type sized. got an int. So what is telling? It is telling that they expected a data type which has a size, but int does not have a size. Like there are many numbers, but you can see that this you can say that the size of 1 to 3 is 3, but you cannot say now, right? In other words, you can't say that this you can say that there are this much letters in a word, but how can you say that there are this much numbers in int? So are you understanding, right? So this is the basic concept that length cannot take int, and also same goes for our float. Same goes for float. We cannot use length for an integer and float. So now I think so everything is now cleared, and I will write here count, and I'll just for keeping it. If you want the code, I will like to share. You just comment down in the description, and I will give you the GitHub link if you want. And there are not so many views to my video, so please hit the subscribe button because I need your subscribes and to teach you new projects. And if you want, I will be starting with I will be starting with my projects afterwards. I will continue with my projects, but now I will be focusing mainly on this Python tutorial. So I will just keep this. You can see that there are some functions which sometimes what do sometimes if we try to print it, then it gives something none on. If we sometimes write it as it is, it does not give. So what is happening in some functions, some function directly print the thing, but some function return something, so we have to print it. So it is giving us. So you can say that if you call a function, if a function if you call a function, then if it is has a return method, then it gives the thing, but it does not do like if you tell your friend that can you give this thing to the teacher, but if he is bored, then what he'll do, he will just go and give the book to you and will tell go and give it. So it he's saying that he is giving to you, he have to do the main thing, you have to print it. But if and sometimes if he is not bored, he will go directly, so means he is directly printing it, you can say in function. So okay, so this small example was I think so good. So now let me just close this tuple and let me just talk about our data types more. So the data types are important because mainly we write mainly in every file we used one data type everywhere. So in every code you have to use one data type, like mostly use strings, but we always use one data type. So data type, the topic is important. So let me just write here. So data types. So let me just talk to you about our data types. So I talked to you about data types, and there are like string data type, integer data type, and dictionary. So I will come to dictionaries also in a moment, but I will teach you this small concept about our data type. So every data type, if we try to convert it, then we use a function called string, str, or we sometimes use int, or we sometimes use dict. So this dict is used to make a dictionary. We sometimes use tuple. So this is used to make a tuple. We use list, we use make to list, and we use set also, which I have not talked about, and we use also boolean. Bool. So you can see that so many functions can be used to change these. Okay, so these are some functions that you can use. So you can use a string. If you give an integer, it will convert to a string. So if you give a int, if you have given string in, it will convert it to an int. If you give a dict I'll talk about afterwards. If you give a list, it will change to tuple. If you give a tuple, it will change to list. If you give anything here in set, if you give tuple or list, it will change to set. Same goes to tuple. If you give list and set anything, it will change it to tuple, and again same goes to list. But if you put tuple set anything, it will change to list. And boolean you have to put true or false only, then or else it will not work. So this I talked about our data types. So this was a very small concept. So let's now go here and make a new file, and let's talk about our data dictionaries. So let me just write here dictionaries. Let me just write dict in Python. Can mostly we tell say dicts. So mostly programmers use short form for dictionaries, which is dict. So what is a dictionary? Dictionary is a key value, means uh, using keys we store the value. So let me just show you directly. I will go here and write here like this. This is also used for set, but what I'll do, I will give here a string a, and I will give here one. You can see that. Let me just see what is that. So reformat the file. Okay, now you can see that what I have done, I have written here a and here colon and here value. So now what happened here? What happened that in the a there is a dictionary, and in that dictionary there is a word, there is a key called a string a. And this string a contains the value 1. So this string a is used to take the value of 1. If I write here, it can be used to store an information. So about me, if I write here about me, and if I write here my age is 13. If I write here my name, again here name, like this and this, I can write here name is that. So you can and do like this and like this. So you can see now I gave my name and in a string. So it is same that you can put anything, you can assign. But the keys, I think the mostly it should be a string only. You cannot use int or dictionary or float or any list or tuple. You cannot use to make this. So now I wrote name Siddharth and age 13. So let me just add more information. So let me just write a boolean also. So how can I write boolean? Let me just give here is adult false. Yes, I'm not an adult. I'm not an adult. So this was name, age, and it's adult. And now I will give here. Now I will give here a salary. I don't know I'm correct or not. Let me just write a salary. I'll write a 0.0 because till now I do not earn anything from YouTube. So I wrote his salary, and you can to just show you that decimal float value can be used. So you can, I have now taught you how can you use this, and now let's see how to access this. If I want, what is this people? So this was written by mistake. So let's write here about me dot. You can see there are so many. So let's go through them step by step. So let's now see how can we overwrite anything. If I write this age, so how can I overwrite it? So to overwrite it, I can use age. Sorry, I have to write about me age, and you can see now I wrote about me and age, and I can write here equal to, and I have to write here about. So what I wrote here, let me just go here, and now let me just not confuse you. So what I have done, I have done here and about me that I have took the value of age and overwritten it, that take the age and add 1 to it. So this is a sign, it is equal to, so this is equal to this, but it is a short form, so it will be very easy. So I have written it like about me and age. So now let me just try to print this. So how can I print this? So to print this I have to write about me, and here I'll write age. So let's try to run this. Run. You can see that I've got 13 now because I overwritten it. So there is one way to print this. So there is another way by using get. You have to write here the key, which is age, and if I write here, you just right click and right click and click on this. So you can see that then also I got 13, so this is same. So now we can use this to access salary also. So if I try to access the salary, you can see that I got 0 and 0. So if I write your name also, Siddharth. So if I tried, if you can overwrite it by writing as like a this, you have to just write which value you have to overwrite, and I have to write the name. And if I want to write, I can write your name. Now name is an empty string now with a space. So this is a way. And so about me dot get I have done, and let's what do uh, let's now go through more functions of dictionaries. So let me just do dot. You can see that there is a pop method. So pop is easy, it will just remove the last value, means it will remove the salary. So I don't have to just tell about this. And pop item, so let's see what will happen if you run a pop item. And you can see that salary is given 0, and about me is not there now. I think about me, yes, so about me, you can see that it is not there. So what is the difference between pop and pop item? So let's just try to pop name. So like pop it, you can pass on thing and it will just pop it. So you can see now, I just popped this, and let me just do this, and let me just do this and do this, and let me just run this. You can see that now my name is popped. Oh no, so my name is popped now. So this was how to use pop method, and now let me just use more methods. So dot I will do, you know how to do get pop item. Copy is to, you can just copy it. Clear to remove all keys from keys. So let's know more functions here. Values, let's see what is value. So what will, let's print this values. You can see that dict values gives me the values. Siddharth 12 means it is now overwritten by 13. Let's change this to 13 and remove this, and now this will be same that we got. And if we write here keys, then it will give us keys. So this is one thing you can use it to do some task if you want. And so keys, it is keys, and let me just run this. You can see now I got the keys. Now this you can use to like make an functions that will take input and store it. So this can be used, and in my next episode, in my next videos, I think I will teach you input functions. And so I will meet you next time.